I'm sorry, but since when did Stephanie Jenkins become an advocate for regular doctor visits? Because the internet is side eyeing this one hard. She is posting all about her daughter's eye appointment now after months of complaints and public backlash. But something about this whole situation feels forced. Like she didn't wake up one day and suddenly decide to be proactive about her daughter's health. And best believe, when Stephanie does the right thing, there is usually drama hiding behind the scenes. So let's talk about it. Stephanie Jenkins, aka Resilient Jenkins, is a TikTok mom living in a motel with her kids. Her parenting style has been heavily criticized, especially regarding neglect and medical decisions. Her daughter Manova developed visible cross eyes months ago. The internet begged her to get medical help, but she lashed out instead. She claimed HIPAA laws as her reason for staying silent, promising privacy for her kids. And yet, she just posted the whole doctor visit online. Here's the problem we're unpacking. Was Stephanie really trying to help her daughter, or was this visit damage control for CPS? Now, here's how it went down. So, boom! Stephanie pops up with this casual morning vlog. School drop offs, life updates, kids running around, her usual chaotic maternal mom energy. Then, out of nowhere, she casually slips in. I am taking Manova to the doctor today.
It would be like this too, y'all. I'll get lost in a fucking shoebox. That's why I really like Drew driving me everywhere. And like this little detour I decided to take because of this construction got me back ass sideways, yo. What the? I was literally right at the door, and I was so proud of myself. This is why I come to appointments early, because that damn construction, like, obviously, I couldn't have. I mean, I could have prepared for that. I could have looked it up. But anyways. Yeah. Thank God for Google, because I don't even know how to walk back to the front door for her appointment.
And I literally paused. Girl, what? Since when did that become a thing? Since when is that your morning errand? And let me tell you, she did not let that moment pass in silence. Oh no, this wasn't a subtle, hey, we're taking care of business kind of vibe. This was a full-blown vlogumentary. Like, if you blinked, you might have missed the title card. She is filming herself lost in the hospital, filming construction, traffic, giving dramatic updates like she's on a cross-country trek. And then, boom, hospital signage, name and all, front and center. Not a kid's privacy in sight. All to say, look, she's seeing an eye specialist. Y'all, I'm a good mom. And the energy? Pure, gave me a gold star.
Because I wasn't expecting to have to take a whole walk there. But that's okay. We're about half a mile away. I took a full circle for absolutely nothing, because I'm gonna try to go all the way up to the fucking bridge and get across. Finally make it to this appointment. If I do. I just hopped on a fucking episode of Grey's Anatomy. Let's get around.
You're doing so good.
Yes. Why is it so pretty here? People is dancing with you. I've now officially been here for 2 hours. I'm hungry.
The vlog was basically a stress montage. She complained about traffic, complained about the route, she complained about walking. She even complained about getting walked to her appointment. Like, who complains about being helped? And here's the kicker. She didn't even know where to go inside the hospital. Someone had to literally guide her to the right place. And no shade, but that right there, that told us everything. Because if this was a regular visit, or if her daughter had been here before, Stephanie would know the layout. She'd know the drill. But nope, sis looked completely lost, and that just confirmed what many of us were already thinking. This was the first time. After months of visible symptoms, months of people begging her to take action, this was it.
All right, everybody, you know the drill. Let's watch these quick clips from the Brazilian Jenkins' most recent TikTok, and then we'll talk about it.
My baby girl has a doctor appointment. I have to go directly after I drop the kids off to school. Just head right to that appointment. I've now officially been here for 2 hours. I'm hungry.
Well, let's give Stephanie a huge round of applause for finally taking her infant to see a doctor. Stephanie, this isn't very HIPAA of you. I'm just kidding. I'm happy that she finally took her daughter to see a doctor. I feel like she would get a lot more support if she stopped yelling at the people that viewed her videos and are concerned for her children, and either shared what was going on with them or don't share what's going on with them. To be honest, it's not really the public's business what is and what isn't going on with her children's medical situations, but I just find it ironic the way people were concerned about her baby's eyes, probably before she was, and she yelled at everyone just to turn around and share all of their medical information continuously. It's almost giving that she's only sharing certain information to show the public that she's a good mom and she's doing what she needs to do as a mother, like taking her kids to the doctors, so that people stop talking about it and stop talking about her, which I can understand, but it's super hypocritical to get online and yell at everybody to stop asking about your kids' medical information because of HIPAA, and then turning around and sharing all your kids' medical information. And we're not stupid, Stephanie. We know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. And did you guys notice in this video she was using her real voice and not the other accents that she's always trying to do in all her other videos? Regardless, I'm just very happy that the baby's actually finally going to see a doctor and seeking the medical care that she actually needs for this whole eye situation, and let's just hope that it's nothing serious.
Then she really gave us details. She said Manova was waiting for her eyes to dilate after eye drops. And I just had to laugh because suddenly HIPAA laws don't apply. Suddenly, we are getting updates like she's the hospital receptionist. And not just updates, she clocked the whole experience. 2 hours at the hospital. She was out of breath, relieved her car was still parked, and made it sound like she had just crossed a desert. Like, girl, this is a doctor's appointment. You're not a survivor. You are a parent. You are doing what you should have done months ago. But the way she acted, like she deserves a trophy and a parade. And that's the part that stings. Because it wasn't some huge, brave moment. It was the bare minimum. And instead of just handling it and moving on, she wrapped it in vlogs, edits, and complaints like it was a heroic act. This isn't growth. This is damage control with an SD card. And this right here, this is the moment the story flips on its head. Let's be for real. Stephanie Jenkins has built an entire personality online around being anti-doctor, anti-hospital, anti-everything that sounds like modern healthcare. She said it on camera. She believes in herbs and ginger root before she believes in pediatricians. And let me remind you, this is the same woman who delivered a whole baby in a sedan and was out of that hospital faster than you can say discharge papers. Like, excuse me? So when people noticed Manova's eyes crossing, and we're talking months ago, viewers weren't being nosy. They were genuinely concerned. And what did Stephanie do? She snapped. Not at the situation, not at herself, but at the public. Like, we were the problem. She pulled out that HIPAA card like it was her personal Uno reverse and said, I won't be giving updates. That's private. My kids deserve medical privacy until they are old enough to decide. Like, okay, queen. Very much. I am a good mom. You just can't say it. But now, Now she's got the whole appointment documented like it's a Netflix special. We got the hospital name, eye drop reactions, timestamps, walking complaints, the entire itinerary. People didn't just leave the chat. It packed a bag and moved out. So, what really changed here? Because this doesn't smell like concern. It smells like something else entirely. This smells like pressure. Pressure from CPS, pressure from the public, pressure to look like she's doing something. And a whole lot of, see, I told you I'm a good mom, sprinkled on top like confetti. It's not adding up. And the math is mathing real suspicious. So, what does that tell us? Let's really break this down because best believe there are layers. Let's start with the obvious one. Her own mother went public saying CPS has an open case. And according to that, they have allegedly been pulling up to that motel daily. Daily, y'all. So imagine the pressure. If someone is literally showing up every day to check if you're being a fit parent, the heat is on. Losing custody is not just a threat at that point, it's a ticking clock. So, of course, she'd suddenly start taking her kids to doctors. Taking Manova to an eye specialist could be part of the checklist from CPS. And let's not forget, now she's mentioning doctor's visits for Atlas too. This didn't come from a place of peace. This came from panic. After months of being dragged online and literally editing around her daughter's eyes in every video, now she wants to show the appointment? Come on. This is giving, let me show you just enough to make y'all quiet. Like she waited until she could post something that painted her in a better light, and now suddenly it's okay to talk about it? Girl, no. You can't scream privacy and HIPAA when people are asking valid questions, then flip the camera around and say, look what a good mama I am. It doesn't work that way. Let's not pretend like this isn't Stephanie 101. She's been using her kids for content since day one. This doctor visit wasn't just a doctor visit. It was a full-on content rollout. She filmed her stress, the hospital layout, her walking struggles, and even dropped medical info about her child. And then tries to act like she still respects their privacy? Nah, this wasn't about doing what was right. It was about finally having something to vlog and spin into. Y'all see? I'm trying. But to me, this just proves she's still using her kids' lives, especially the hard parts, to push her narrative and make a coin off of it. So where we are now is Stephanie finally took Manova to see a specialist. And look, credit where it's due. That's great for Manova. That baby needed help, no question. But let's be real. Stephanie didn't just wake up and say, let me put my kid first today. No. This came after months of the internet begging, dragging, and literally throwing up red flags. People were panicking, and now she wants to post about doctor appointments like that just wipes the slate clean. Like, girl, we saw everything that came before this. We were there. And this is what bugs me. It's not just one appointment. It's the back and forth. It's the emotional flip-flop. 1 minute it's, don't ask about my kids, that's private. And the next, it's, here is a full tour of the hospital and a rundown of my daughter's treatment. So which is it? Are we respecting privacy or are we packaging it up for the feed? Because the second it benefits her image, suddenly privacy doesn't matter. Suddenly, HIPAA laws are out the window and she's filming herself panting in the parking lot. Yes, we all wanted Manova to get help. That was never the issue. But this feels like a PR cleanup more than anything else. Like she saw the public pressure, saw the heat coming from CPS, and said, okay, fine, let me vlog this so they back off. And it shows, because this wasn't just a mom doing the right thing. It was a mom doing the bare minimum with a camera in her hand. My verdict? Simple. Getting your child medical help should be automatic, not a storyline. Not a vlog, not some applause-worthy moment. It's called parenting. Stephanie did the bare minimum. Let's not act like this was some huge milestone. She took her daughter to the doctor after ignoring the issue for months, only when the walls started closing in. This wasn't a choice out of love. It was survival mode with the camera rolling. And now she wants credit? She's turning this into a whole content arc, acting like the mom of the year while still flipping the privacy card anytime someone holds her accountable. It's the performative energy for me. So now I'm asking y'all, was this actually Stephanie stepping up, or was the CPS finally forcing her hand? Drop your take below. I'm curious. Like and subscribe if you're buckled in, because the way this saga is going, yeah, we're nowhere near done.